Hello and welcome to pmclounge.com. In this video, you will learn the seventh principle of project management, which is all about tailoring. By the way, have you checked out the other principles of project management yet? There are total of 12 project management principles. Check out the second link in the description to see and learn all of them. By the way, if you get value out of our videos and our work, please smash that like button. It helps us stay motivated and create more free content for you. Talking about free content, if you want to read an article on this topic that we are discussing today, that is tailoring, then you can check out the first link in the description, which will take you to a relevant article on this topic over at our official website, pmclounge.com. All right, that being clear, that being said, let's talk about the seventh principle, which is all about tailoring based on context. What does it say? It says that design the project development approach based on the context of the project, its objectives, stakeholders, governance, and the environment, using just enough process to achieve the desired outcome while maximizing value, managing cost, and enhancing speed. So, as you can tell, that this project management principle is quite a mouthful, but there are certain keywords here. Number one being the context, and number two being just enough process. So don't make your project's process heavy. That is what this principle talks about. And let's take an example to understand this, as we always do. And I'll take my usual team outing project example. You might think that I really, really love team outings. But, anyways, they are good for examples at least. So, let's say you are the person responsible for organizing the team outing, right? So now instead of following a complicated one size fits all plan, you decide to create a simple plan that fits exactly what you and your team needs. So the first thing you do is you discuss what's most important, choosing a venue, deciding on food, and planning a few fun activities, right? These are the three that are most important: venue, food, and fun activities. Now, you also consider the weather, how many team members are coming, and you also consider what everyone likes. And you also have your plan B in place, right? So, if it suddenly starts to rain, you can quickly change the plan by deciding to hold activities indoors. Now, this approach, using just the necessary steps and adapting if the situation changes, this is called tailoring. You did two things. The number one thing you did was you used just enough process, and number two was you adapted if it rains, right? So you will adapt and change the fun activities from outdoors to indoors. This is precisely what tailoring is all about. Tailoring means adjusting your plan to suit your unique situation, just like how you made a simple, flexible outing plan that works perfectly for your team. And this example shows how tailoring can make any project more effective by focusing only on what's essential and being ready to adapt as needed. Let's get deeper into tailoring here. So, tailoring is the deliberate adaptation of approach, governance, and processes to suit the unique context of the project. Now, obviously, every project is different, and tailoring means deliberately adjusting your methods and processes so that they fit the specific needs and circumstances of the project. This is going to ensure that you are not overburdened with unnecessary processes while still maintaining effective control. So, you see how we are talking about just enough process here, how we want to be more agile in a way that we don't want to make a process for every single thing. We want just enough process as far as our projects are concerned. Now, tailoring is also based on the project's objectives, stakeholders, governance, and the environment, something we talked about. The tailoring process takes into account a wide range of factors, and these are all the factors, right? The project goals, the stakeholders, how the project is governed, and the overall environment that the project is operating in, so that the chosen approach is aligned with what the project truly requires. The goal is to use just enough process to achieve the desired outcome while maximizing value, managing cost, and enhancing the speed. So, when you apply only the necessary processes, methods, and artifacts, tailoring helps project teams focus on what really matters, it is obviously going to reduce waste as well, and it is going to ensure that efforts are cost effective and timely while they still deliver value. With that, I'd like to remind you about our 7 week or 50-day PMP study plan. It's totally free. Check out the link in the description. Grab your own copy of this plan. Thousands of our community members have used this plan to pass their PMP exams. All right, let's talk about the need for tailoring. The first point here is how each project is unique. No two projects are exactly alike. Even if the deliverables might seem similar, the project as a whole is going to be unique. And success depends on adapting methods to the specific context. Tailoring acknowledges these differences between projects by adapting the project's approach to its unique circumstances, which is obviously critical for achieving success. Tailoring is an iterative and continuous process, so it is both iterative as well as continuous throughout the life cycle of the project. And the process of tailoring is not just a one time decision, so you don't just tailor once and be done with it. As the project progresses, as you get new information, as the circumstances change, you might require to make further adjustments, which makes tailoring a continuous effort that evolves with the project. Finally, tailoring also ensures that the chosen framework enables flexibility and responsiveness. When we customize methods and processes, we are essentially providing the necessary flexibility to adapt to changes, and we are responding to unexpected challenges, and we are continually optimizing the project for better outcomes. This is why tailoring is needed. All right, let's talk about the factors influencing tailoring decisions. And there are various factors at play here, right? Such as you have the dynamic business environment, the size and capability of the team, the inherent uncertainty and complexity of the project. All of them play a critical role in determining which processes and methods are most appropriate for each project. Now, a comprehensive view that takes into account all interconnected elements of the project is going to ensure that the tailoring approach is well rounded and effective in addressing all aspects of the project's context. So, obviously, tailoring considers interrelated complexities from a holistic perspective. Now, the process of tailoring isn't done in isolation, right? So, decision making regarding tailoring is often a collaborative process with the project management office and the key stakeholders. So, you are going to do discussions with the PMO and key stakeholders to determine the delivery approach and the resource requirements. This is going to ensure that the methods selected to deliver a project, they truly fit the needs of the project. Let's talk about some of the benefits of tailoring. We are doing so much. We are employing just enough process. We are trying to reduce waste and everything. What are the benefits of tailoring, right? Now, when we customize the project approach to suit the specific needs of the project, this is going to foster an environment where innovation can thrive because your processes are streamlined and the overall productivity improves. So, obviously, tailoring increases innovation, it increases efficiency, and it improves productivity. Tailoring also leads to lessons learned and continuous improvement of organizational methodologies. So it is benefiting not just the current project, but it can also contribute to future success by capturing the lessons learned. And this continuous feedback loop allows organizations to refine their methodologies and adapt to new practices over time. Other benefits include reduced waste, deeper team commitment, and customer focused delivery. So think of it this way, right? When project processes are tailored, teams are more engaged because they have a say in defining the approach. Remember, you are not doing this entire tailoring effort yourself or alone in isolation. You are involving the team members, and that is why they feel more engaged and they feel more responsible towards the project. This collaboration, it also reduces wasted effort, It ensures efficient use of resources, and it aligns project delivery closely with what the customer needs. So, those are some of the benefits of tailoring. How should you communicate the decisions of tailoring? Because you are essentially introducing changes to process, changes to way projects are delivered, right? So, project teams must clearly communicate tailoring decisions to all the required stakeholders. If you want your tailoring to be effective, it is critical, it is important that all relevant stakeholders are informed about the decisions made regarding the approach of the project. And this communication ensures that everyone is on the same page. Secondly, each team member should understand the chosen methods and their roles within the team. So you start at home. It shouldn't be like you've introduced tailoring, you've changed the processes, but your own team members don't understand it, right? That is why when every member of the project team is aware of the tailored process or the new process, right? They understand how their individual responsibilities fit into the larger picture. This is going to minimize confusion, and this is going to foster collaborative environment. Finally, transparency in tailoring builds confidence and ensures alignment with project goals. So, how do you bring in transparency? You bring in by doing open discussions, and open discussions should be about the reasons behind any tailoring decisions, right? Project teams, they not only build trust with stakeholders, but they also reinforce the rationale for the approach. And this is going to ensure that everyone remains aligned with the project's objectives. So, obviously, any kind of tailoring decision, you need to involve your project team. You need to be transparent in terms of communication. Finally, let's talk about continuous improvement. As we discussed earlier, tailoring is an iterative process. Also evolves as the project progresses. And by recognizing that no project remains static, tailoring is continuously revisited and refined as well. So this iterative process, it ensures that the project remains relevant and effective as new challenges and new opportunities arise. Secondly, feedback is also important. So feedback from stakeholders is used to evaluate and adjust methods continuously. So you should be regularly collecting feedback from your stakeholders, from all the important people that you can think of. And this is going to allow the project teams to assess the effectiveness of the tailored approach and, if required, make necessary adjustments as well. This is going to ensure that the project continues to meet its objectives. A tailored approach maximizes value, it manages constraints, and improves performance over time. So ultimately, when you are customizing the processes and customizing the methods to suit the specific need of the project or specific context of the project, it is going to enhance the immediate project performance. Also, it is going to contribute to long term success as well. So, not just immediate project performance, but long term success as well. And this is going to maximize value, and this is going to manage the constraints of the project effectively. So, I hope you were able to understand this whole concept of tailoring. To check out the other project management principles. If you like our work, consider contributing by heading over to pmclounge.com/contribute. Like, share, subscribe, keep learning, check out our other videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.